Hey guys, Jarek and Komodo here, going to be doing some Halo 5, except for this time I got some Warzone. People have been asking me to play this game mode and to upload it. And here we go, here's some gameplay. So, most of this game was okay, not really anything amazing or bad, but towards the end I do take over an entire armory on my own, so pretty much me against the entire team, which was some Battlefield shit, and I felt, I don't want to say accomplished, but I was like, hey, I got good recording. I was really tired at the time and I wanted to go to sleep, so I was just happy to have good recording done. I've only played like 6 games of Warzone or so, but I have enough to grasp how it works. I'm going to explain it really quickly for no one that's for no one that's played it. For the people that haven't played it, it's actually a pretty popular game mode. So Warzone itself is kind of the, I don't want to say casual side of Halo 5. It is the casual side of Halo 5, but it's more of the go have fun side of it, where it's not ranked and you can just go enjoy yourself. All right, so the way it works is that there's 3 objectives on the map. There's the West Armory, the East Armory, and then an objective in the middle. On this map, it's the Spire. So, in this sense, it kind of works like Battlefield Conquest, where you need to go take over these objectives. If you take over all 3 of the objectives, the team that is on the losing side will have their core exposed. If you destroy that core, you instantly win. This is great because that also means that the game won't be, like, last forever and you won't get stomped on for a long time if you're on the team that's losing, because, I mean, that's no fun. But there's also a bunch of other stuff to it. It's not that simple. If it was that simple, I honestly think I would be more okay with it. But there's also enemies scattered throughout the map. And as you see, I was killing some elites and whatnot. So these will give us some points, and this is first to, I think, 1,000 points wins if you don't destroy the enemy core. But at the same time, there will be some larger enemies scattered throughout the map, like, say, Warden might spawn, which was that annoying boss that you would defy, like, 4 different times in the campaign.
And
fuck you, Warden.
about forever.
Everyone would complain about that. No one likes it. That was boss recycling to just... Why would you do this? Oh, I'm getting off topic. I'm so mad about that. It was not fun. If you're going to recycle a boss, at least make it fun. But yeah, maybe Warden will spawn throughout the map, and your team, if your team kills it, will get a huge boost of points. Like, very big boost of points. So, that's also important, but the thing I was worried about, since I don't like PvE and PvP being mixed, because if there are enemies scattered throughout the map, well, that messes up your one-on-one chances with another enemy, and now skill is thrown out the window, which, I mean, you can kind of understand how that would annoy me. But, yeah, in my experience, the enemies typically spawn in locations that aren't center, like, fighting areas. Here, at the beginning of this map, hunters spawn on top of the spire. That's a specific case. Doesn't always happen like this. Usually it's somewhere else. So, in my experience, this doesn't play a huge point of you fighting the enemy team, and I'm happy about that. But, really, Too Long Didn't Read, that's how it works. And it's fun. I have a feeling that if you played it, this is where you would end up playing it most of the time. It is, as you pointed out before, almost feel in concept MOBA inspired.
And you think I'd play it?
But it's still a shooter, that's the thing. I don't really like MOBAs because I don't really like the pure gameplay part of it. I don't really like the top-down control heroes stuff. This is still my direct skill killing the enemy team. Like, that's what I like about it. This is more of the, let's just play a little bit, have some fun, take a step away from the ranked arena mode for a bit. And it does work as, like, if you're having a few bad games in arena and you're frustrated and you want a confidence boost, this is where you go because it's not ranked, and most people that play Halo are honestly really bad at the game.
I would just like to take this moment to tell the MOBA community that all the things said by Jarek are his fault, and go ahead and yell at him.
What did I say that would piss MOBA people off? All I said is that I don't really prefer that style of gameplay. If you like it, that's fine.
Kind of felt like you said something along the lines that it felt almost like you said it takes more skill to play. Or I don't know. I'm tired. I'm hearing what I want to hear.
I said within the context of shooters. Within the context of this game, I'm not talking about MOBAs here, don't misunderstand me. I mean within the context of shooters with me one-on-one in a first-person shooter environment. Okay, now that I've clarified that. Again, I have no opinion about MOBAs. I can't speak about them.
I have strong opinions about MOBAs, but I don't want to make anyone mad.
I don't like them, that's all I'll say, but that's like, I see this as a user error because it doesn't click with me. In the same way that I don't like MMOs, I can talk about it and have a bunch of negative things I can say about MMOs, but in the end of the day, it's just because it doesn't click with me, and it's just not what I prefer.
And you're stupid.
I'm not a grindy person, really. But, yeah, let's talk about the rec system, too, because there's been a huge outburst of, like, angry people about microtransactions and all this stuff in Halo 5. People have been super mad about this kind of stuff. So, the rec system. Here's how the rec system works. You will get rec points, something called rec points, REQ, no matter what you're doing in Halo 5, multiplayer-wise. If you're in Arena, you will still be getting rec points. But these rec points play no part of the Arena mode. The Arena mode is the competitive ranked side of it, and no matter what you get in this aspect, it doesn't mean anything over there aside from cosmetic stuff, like your armor. So, that needs to be clarified. Within Warzone, though, you can use your rec points to buy, quote-unquote, buy these packs that you can open. And out of these packs, you will get certain cards for, like, say, you know, like what I just used, what you saw me use for the Needler, which is a really common one. I have a bunch of these. I'm not kidding you. I have 113 of these. Because I played so much Arena and not played enough Warzone. So I just have a bunch of cards. So you can use these cards, and you can get power weapons with them. But this is a really giant ass, really big butt here. There's certain levels throughout the game. As you see right now, we're about 3/4 away from level 3 to level 4. You can see this at the bottom of the screen. Very faded in, but you can see it. You will only have access to certain weapons, and the higher level, the better weapons you have access to. So by the end of the game, you might get access to a tank, but getting a card for the tank is really rare. So you won't get spammed with tanks by the end of the game like what happened in, say, Dominion in Halo 5 or Halo 4. So this doesn't bother me, but where the microtransactions come in, and there's a really big complaint here, I'm sure you will agree with me on this. Where the complaints come in is that you can buy these packs that give you cards. But the problem is, buying these packs also gives you access to new armor, to new customizable armor parts. So no longer do you have this access like, say, Halo Reach and Halo 4, where you could just use the points to buy that piece that you wanted. Now you have to get these freaking packs and get your specific thing, which I'm sure you will agree this is such a stupid thing to do. It's all random now. Like, if I want a very specific part, I just have to spam a bunch of rec points, which, this is where the microtransactions come in. I probably should clarify what I mean by buying these. A high sword, fuck. I should really clarify here. That guy's name is El Meat Missile. Oh my god, that made me lose my train of thought. What was I talking about? Right, the packs you can get. There are 3 different kinds. There's a bronze, silver, and gold. The gold costs more rec points than the silver and bronze, but will guarantee you, well, not guarantee you, but you have a much, much higher chance to get a very rare card and a rare kind of armor piece. So that's how that works. But it's not all rec points here. You can use your money. If you wanted to buy a gold pack and you don't have any rec points, you can spam $3 at it. Yay! See, this is why people are mad. I understand, like, the rec system itself, I'm okay with. But I don't like how you have to do this to get armor abilities, to get customizable armor parts. I think that is bullshit. Very big bullshit. So yeah, there's my rant for the day, but as far as the rec system goes, I don't care about it. And people are saying that it makes the game imbalanced, and you can buy, you know, be a better, like, pay to win. It's not pay to win. That's dumb, and people are saying that need to look more into the game because they're not sure what they're talking about. But hey, rant out of the way. I've been having fun with Warzone. In a bizarre twist, without social playlists being around, I'm honestly having more fun in Warzone. That guy just got hit by a Wraith. I'm having more fun in Warzone. Oh, hey, Komodo. Have you seen the design of the new Wraith?
I have not, no.
Damn, I looked away from it. It's really slender. It's another one of 343's designs. That's disappointing. I ran right by it. You might see it later on in the video. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it. It's definitely different. But yeah, I'm having much more fun, honestly, in Warzone than I am in the ranked modes. And really, this just kind of depends on how good are you playing at the moment. Because sometimes I'm not having good games. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to play Warzone for a little bit. You just have those days, and Warzone is just the situation where it's like, alright, I'm just gonna have some mindless fun. So hey, let's join into some comments. Let's answer the comments you guys have left on my channel. This one is from Hard Truth. I have a question. Do you miss playable elites? I sure as hell do. Yes.
I don't even have this game, and I miss them.
Well, they were gone in Halo 4 anyway.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Like, I immediately pointed that out when I played the game.
And they were gone in Reach, too, for the most part. I mean, you could... See, here's what I don't get. why remove them entirely? I mean, I understand the logic of the hitboxes change, so people were complaining about stuff like that. So I get that. You know, the hitbox is different, the headshots are different, you have to be aiming in different spots. Makes it arguably a little uneven and all this whining. In my opinion, I tell you, just get over it. But I get the logic behind it. What I don't get is why can't I play as an elite within Forge? You know, if you're gonna...
What?
That's what I mean.
Can't?
No. You haven't been able to... You weren't able to do that in Halo 4 either. So, I don't know why I can't do that. That makes no sense to me. Because then it doesn't affect anybody. It's not like you're playing a specific, you know, really, really competitive game mode. Or let me play as an elite in Warzone. And Warzone's not really competitive either. So, well, okay, no, that wouldn't work either. Because there's enemy elites on the map and then all your teammates would be shooting you. That wouldn't work so well. So yes, I miss playing as an elite so much. I would always prefer to play as an elite because... why would I ever want to play as a Spartan if I can play as an elite? Human, that's boring. That's not original or unique or different. Like, elites are just cooler. Oh my god, this. So, this guy had one of the legendary weapons you can get. You can get these through rec cards, kind of randomly. So, this was called the Whiplash, which is a railgun. Look how many shots it has in its magazine. In the top right.
5?
No, that's the ammo I have left. I wish it had 5 in the mag.
Oh, okay.
It's got 2 shots in the mag, and it charges really quickly. I don't know if you remember the railgun in Halo 4. I'll take that as a no. But look at how quickly this thing charges. I accidentally shot here, just trying to like figure this out. I'm like, because when I picked it up, I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So yeah, I have this railgun now that charges instantly and has two rail shots, whatever you want to call it, in a magazine before I have to reload. I used it to its full potential. I think I missed my last shot, which is me being terrible, but that's awesome. I wish I picked up the card for this, but the guy I killed that had this was probably super mad because it looked like it still had full ammo for it. The next question by Eric Thok. I think I've answered one of his comments before. Any interest in Star Wars? That's all I can really say about it. You probably feel the same exact way about that. New Star Wars movie is...
Actually, my coworkers, especially my boss, are really big Star Wars nerds. And basically, in talking with him, I was convinced to go rewatch the original trilogy, which I keep falling asleep during Return of the Jedi. I have to finish it. Also, I really want to get The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 again.
The Foreskin Unleashed? Sounds like a really bad Star Wars porno.
Anyway. And then actually today he showed me these cinematic trailers from The Old Republic, which I really don't want to play because I heard nothing good about it. But at the same time, I want to play because the cinematics were really interesting and I want to know all the story behind it. But it's an MMO. I don't have enough time to invest in that kind of story.
You want to know about the lore, but you don't want to play the game, basically. In
this instance, yes. But that is dancing around the topic. To answer the question, I really want to see that new Star Wars movie, and most likely will end up seeing it by myself.
I'll see it.
But you just said that.
I said, eh. Oh my god, that got me killed. I got stuck on that stupid stump on the ground, and I saw the guy with the railgun, and I'm like, no, why can't I move? Run! That made me so angry. I could have easily gotten away. I had a saw, too. Whatever, I have a lot of cards for the saws. But yeah, is how I feel, because I have interest in it, but I don't have very high expectations after the last Star Wars movies. So if it ends up being good, I'll be pleasantly surprised. If it ends up being bad, then, whatever.
Well, see, here's the thing. Disney.
Yeah, and they also released something that said that they might plan on releasing a Star Wars movie every year. And that would be like the death of the Star Wars. The death of the Star Wars. The death of Star Wars.
You can't tell under the sheet, but I'm holding my hand to my head like a gun.
Yeah. Also, I picked up another legendary weapon. I don't think this is actually that legendary. It's somewhat rare, but not. I'm not entirely sure the differences between this and other SMGs. It might do a little more damage. I'm not entirely sure, but it has this weird, strange orange glow coming out of it. That's there, and it zooms a little differently. It doesn't have the full scope. So I don't know, but I used it to pretty decent effect. I can't tell if that's the gun or just the SMG. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I'll see it. I plan on seeing the new Star Wars movie. Probably end up seeing it with you, and if Raptor wants to go, Raptor as well, and maybe if yours here at that point. Oh, this also makes people incinerate like the Promethean weapons.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Although there's something oddly satisfying about watching ragdolls do backflips and all this crazy shit. I miss it from Halo 2. Halo 2 SWAT, watching the bodies do a full backflip just from one headshot from the battle rifle. Amazing. That was by far the best ragdoll out of any Halo game. It was just so much fun. And then after that, they always add this, like... After Halo 2, they had all these animations that... I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but those aren't satisfying. Like the choreographed animations where you shoot someone in the head and they do that twirl and then fall over. It's like... Just ragdoll, you know?
When they explode and they're like swimming through the air. Ooh.
Yeah, my teammate just got wrecked by the ghost. I should also point out that I actually lost this game, and I almost clutched it out myself. I almost brought the entire team back. This is obviously very, very big scaled battles. There is either a weed whacker or a ghost. Yeah, there's a ghost. I don't know why it's a ghost. There's either a weed whacker or a leaf blower or something outside. So if you guys can hear that, I apologize. What was I talking about?
Star Wars. Going to see it.
Oh, something after that. But yeah, I do plan on seeing that, so I'll tell you after that. But yeah, to answer that question, a resounding Not in a negative way, but I don't know how to feel about it. You know, Star Wars has always been... I've always had a passing interest in it, but I was never a huge fan of it.
I have a whole... Whoa, hi.
He just nopes away.
I have a whole rant.
I didn't get him. Someone else got him. Damn it.
I have a whole rant that I could go on about Disney and some of my favorite things being acquired by them, like, you know, Star Wars and Marvel.
I will say that my interest in Star Wars largely isn't from the movies. They're largely from the games. Because there have been some legitimately really good Star Wars games. Like, pretty much the entire Jedi Knight franchise. Which is great, especially Dark Forces 2 is my favorite out of the franchise.
Out of that one, mine is Jedi Academy.
I don't even think you played Dark Forces 1 or 2.
I think I have them. I just haven't played them because, well, I haven't gotten around to playing anything else. I've been playing Fallout 4. We went over this.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is basically going to be 90% of gamers' lives for the next 3 months.
I guarantee I'm going to sit down at my computer and instead of being tired, I'm going to start playing Fallout 4.
He is literally falling asleep in the chair next to me, yet I want to play some Fallout.
I got some shit to do in the wasteland, man!
People have been asking me if I plan on playing Fallout. I've gotten a lot of comments of this, so I'm not even going to pick one out of the many. You know, I have a lot of respect for the Fallout franchise, but I'm not a big RPG person. So
short answer is no.
Yeah, I don't plan on playing it, but don't understand that as me hating the game. Because, you know, it's a good game. I can't say it's a bad game. It's buggy as all fuck. This guy missed me. He was behind me and shoulder bashed past me. How do you miss? I was, like, really barely moving. But yeah, I don't hate the Fallout franchise. Just to make that clear, the Fallout franchise is a very, very good franchise. And it's a great game. But I'm not really an RPG person. Because I tend to be more action based. Like, I care less about looting and stats and leveling that stuff up compared to my own, like, me getting better at the game. Like, that gives me a goal to work at, if that makes sense.
I can give you some hope for Fallout 5. They got rid of stats pretty much. I've been talking to people that have been getting angry about that because they changed the different stats and just made like a special thing, which in my blasphemous opinion I am completely okay with. Of course you are.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
that's like so many extreme mixed opinions where people are like, I'm fine with this, and other people are like, go fuck yourself, you faggot.
Here's why your opinion in this situation is invalidated.
And I would like to say, before you even say that, I agree with you. Because I'm not an RPG person, and I'm not going to say that my opinion is valid about a game franchise that I'm not deeply involved with. So I want to make that clear. I'm not that ignorant.
Okay.
I've never been an RPG person. That's just I'm a shooter guy. I mean, that would be like someone that plays a single player RPG telling me how Halo needs to be changed in their eyes, because that's different. You can talk about the single player of Halo, I mean, to a lesser extent, but multiplayer, that wouldn't work either. Although there's a lot of things about the single player that needs to be changed. I made a whole rant about that before, and it's already been pretty widely documented that the Halo 5 campaign is garbage. Also here, this is where I take over the entire armory by myself. My teammate was behind me. This was actually that Charizard I talked to a lot. I was playing with the other day. Teammate was behind me. He got assassinated. And then I was the only person that was in this this armory for the longest time. There was 4 enemies in the objective, but there was more outside of it, and they had this under their control, so they were also spawning here. So I essentially soloed this entire armory on my own. Got rid of their Marines, got rid of 4 to 6 different actual Spartans. Got a few reversals, like right around here. Someone shoot me in the side. I managed to kill this guy. I have no health here. Bam. That guy's bad. Look how much health I had left. Almost nothing. This is making it sound like I'm bragging. Okay, so I need to clarify. Being good in Warzone, I'll be honest, is not really impressive because people in Warzone are bad and it's not ranked. But damn, does it make you feel better about yourself. I'll be honest. It is a little bit of a confidence boost. I've said that before. It's fun in this regard. You can go in and solo if you have any sort of idea of what you're doing in Warzone. You can essentially solo players that are a bit oblivious to the larger battlefield. Like, say, when you're playing a Battlefield game, how you can get, like, outrageous 30 people flanks with a light machine gun on Metro, stuff like that, because people aren't paying attention. That can happen in Warzone. You can get up behind people and assassinate like 5 different people at a time. So yeah, it's fun in that sort of way. Any game that allows me to come up with better approach options, where suddenly the way to win is to outsmart the enemy and have a better approach option than them, rather than twitch shotting and out BRing them. I'm gonna be better at that, especially since I can't aim with Halo 5's stupid aim acceleration and a controller. Those two things in combination are like, hey, your aim wants to be terrible, here you go. Also, I didn't mean to actually get on this man cannon. I just stepped a little bit too close to it. I got a kill out of it, or 2, so everything ended up fine.
Dude, that's not a man cannon. It's a conveyor belt. It's an angry conveyor belt.
Oh, it works. That's the same man cannon as in the breakout game mode. I will say I do really like the breakout game mode. I said this before. I mean, it's essentially Halo Paintball. That's basically what it is. But it's a lot of fun. I think I got the correct... Oh, and then I got killed like cat, as someone said in the comments. Freaking stupid binary sniper across the map. But I was so... Look at how close this game is. I was so close to bringing this back. I could have, too. So I got up behind the entire team. They're on the spire. I got up from behind them after taking this objective because they didn't expect me to be coming from this direction. You can see all my teammates dying on the other side. I got up behind like 3 of them and could have taken the spire by myself if I had a little bit more time and won. But we ran out of time and we lost, which is disappointing. But I had a pretty decent game, so I figured I'd upload it anyway. What was I talking about before I started talking about that?
Getting killed like cat.
Before that. That's what threw me off and went on a tangent. But yeah, that was so close. I could have taken over that entire spire and everything would have been fine. That sucks.
Sad Christmas.
Let Thanksgiving end, damn it.
That's a saying.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, God.
Although I will say, there's a sign downtown, the Welcome to Portland, Oregon sign, that is somewhat well known, and they have a deer, it's supposed to be a reindeer, on that sign, and they light up a red light on its nose for, Rudolph around Christmas time. They've already turned that red light on. It's not even fucking Thanksgiving yet, goddammit.
I'm not looking forward to that either, by the way.
Yeah.
I have to work on Thanksgiving, like around the time people eat. So, yeah, I guess it's not actually happening.
So yeah, I went 27-13 this game with 3 base captures, 1 completely solo. So this is a pretty decent game on my part. Unfortunately, my team couldn't back me up. But there's been some Warzone people have been asking for it. You finally got it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.